Have you ever felt like you want to change your life, but you simply don't know where to begin? Every day, you try, yet you keep getting stuck on the same question. Where do I start? You tell yourself, I'll quit tomorrow, I'll start tomorrow, I'll become a better version of myself tomorrow. But tomorrow never arrives. Tomorrow becomes another tomorrow, and time quietly slips away. If you're trapped in this cycle, then you've come to the right place. Give me just a few minutes of your time. Perhaps you'll discover the path you've been searching for all along. A voice inside you whispers, from tomorrow, I'll wake up early. From tomorrow, I'll spend less time on my phone. From tomorrow, I'll take my life seriously. But tomorrow comes, and everything remains the same. Days change. Months change. The calendar changes. Yet the person remains standing in the same place. And perhaps the most painful part isn't failure itself. The most painful part is knowing exactly what you should do and still not doing it. Slowly, you begin to lose trust in your own promises. Before the world loses faith in you, you lose faith in yourself. If you felt this before, then this message is for you. Because today, we're not going to talk about the latest self-help trends. We're going to talk about the wisdom of Buddhist monks, people who understood the human mind thousands of years ago, people who discovered why human beings want to change and why they struggle to do so. Once, a young man approached the Buddha and said, Lord Buddha, I want to change my life. I don't want to remain lazy. I don't want to remain angry. I want to become a better person. The Buddha smiled and asked him, how far can you walk in a day? The young man replied, if necessary, 10 miles. The Buddha asked, and 100 miles? The young man said, not in a single day. Then the Buddha replied, why do you expect your mind to change completely in a single day? This is our greatest mistake. We think transformation is an event. But Buddha taught that transformation is a process. We imagine that one day inspiration will strike and our entire life will change. But the truth is, life doesn't change because of motivation. Life changes because of small habits. One decision, one step, one day, then another day, then another. And gradually, those tiny steps become a completely new identity. In Buddhism, there is a word called kshana, the present moment. The Buddha taught that life isn't really made of years. It's made of moments. Yet most of us spend our lives waiting for the future. We say, I'll change next month. I'll change next year. I'll change when the timing is right. But the right time never comes, because the mind always creates another excuse. A monk once said, the person who waits for the river to become calm will never cross it. And the same is true for life. Your mind will tell you, wait until things get easier. Wait until the stress goes away. Wait until you have more money. Wait until you feel more confident. But circumstances will never be perfect. You must step into the river while it's still flowing. Perhaps you're trying to break a bad habit. Perhaps you're struggling with procrastination. Perhaps you've started over countless times only to give up again. Then remember Buddha's first principle. Do not wage war against yourself. That sounds strange, because the world teaches us the opposite. Push harder. Fight yourself. Force yourself. But Buddhism offers a different perspective. The Buddha taught, what you resist tends to grow stronger. Imagine you're trying to quit a habit. Every day, you criticize yourself. I'm so weak. I'll never change. I have no willpower. Eventually, the habit stops being the problem. Your identity becomes the problem. You no longer see yourself as someone facing a challenge. You see yourself as a failure. And that's where the real decline begins. Once, an elderly monk was walking through a forest with his student. The student asked, Master, how can I control my mind? The monk led him to a pond. He picked up a stick and stirred the water violently. The pond became cloudy and unclear. Then he removed the stick. A few moments later, the water became calm again on its own. The monk said, the mind is the same. The harder you force it into control, the more disturbed it becomes. Sometimes the solution isn't control. Sometimes the solution is awareness. This is why meditation is so important in Buddhism. Meditation does not mean stopping thoughts. Meditation means observing thoughts without fighting them, without becoming them? Today, when your mind says, "We'll start tomorrow," pause for a moment, just observe it. Don't immediately believe it, because not every thought is true. Not every feeling reflects reality. Not every desire serves your highest good. The mind is often a storyteller, and sometimes it tells stories that keep us exactly where we are. The Buddha once said, "Greater than conquering 1,000 battles is conquering oneself." But conquering yourself does not mean defeating yourself. It means understanding yourself. Because once you truly understand something, freedom becomes possible. And perhaps this is where real transformation begins. Not with a dramatic revolution. Not with a magical morning. Not with a sudden burst of motivation. But with one honest moment. When you say to yourself, "Today I will take just one step." Just one. Because mountains are climbed one step at a time, and so is a new life. Now we have reached the final stage of this journey, but perhaps the most important lesson is still ahead. Because on the path of transformation, the biggest question is not, "Can I change?" The biggest question is, when motivation disappears, will I still keep moving forward? The truth is, motivation never lasts forever. There will be days when you feel inspired, days when you feel like nothing in the world can stop you. But there will also be days when your mind feels empty, when your energy is low, when no one praises you, when results are nowhere to be seen, when it feels like all your effort is being wasted. And this is where most people stop. They begin to think, maybe I'm not meant for this. But the problem is not that they lack ability. The problem is that they built their foundation on motivation. During the final days of his life, the Buddha spoke a sentence that continues to guide millions of people even today. He said, "Apo depo bhava," be a light unto yourself. This does not simply mean believe in yourself. Its meaning is much deeper. It means take responsibility for your own life. Take responsibility for your own decisions. Take responsibility for your own growth. Many people wait for a motivational video. They wait for a teacher. They wait for the perfect opportunity. They wait for someone to push them forward. But there comes a time in life when you must stand up for yourself, because no one can build discipline on your behalf. No one can make your decisions for you. No one can take the difficult step that could transform your life. A monk once asked his student, "If you are holding a lamp on a dark night, who shows you the way?" The student replied, "The lamp." The monk smiled and said, "No, the lamp only provides light. You are the one who must walk." The same truth applies to life. Books can give you direction. Teachers can show you the path. Experience can teach you lessons. But in the end, you are the one who must walk. And perhaps this is the truth many people try to avoid, because responsibility feels heavy, yet hidden within responsibility is power. If the direction of your life is not in your hands, then neither is your power. But if the direction is in your hands, then the possibility of change is in your hands as well. Remember how this journey began. We spoke about the person who keeps saying, "Tomorrow, I'll start tomorrow, I'll change tomorrow." Perhaps that person is you. Perhaps at some point, that person has been all of us. But now ask yourself a question. If your entire life keeps waiting for tomorrow, what will happen? One day, that tomorrow will become the past. Then another tomorrow will arrive, then another, and slowly, life will pass by. This is why the Buddha's path always brings us back to the present moment. Not next month, not next year, not under perfect circumstances. Right here, right now, because transformation always begins in the present moment, with one small habit, one small decision, one small act of courage. Maybe today you will meditate for only 5 minutes. Maybe today you will read for only 10 minutes. Maybe today you will reject just one excuse. And that may seem small, but remember, a river is formed by drops of water. A forest begins with a single seed, and a new life begins with a single decision. Once, an elderly monk was asked, "What is the secret of a great life?" He replied, "There is no such thing as a great life. There is only a series of great days." And how a great day is created? When you do the right thing, even when you don't feel like it. When you move forward even when you are afraid, when you get up again even after you have fallen, that is character. That is discipline. That is transformation. 1 year from today, you could be standing in one of two places. The first place, exactly where you are now, with the same excuses, the same fears, the same unfinished dreams. The second place, a little stronger, a little calmer, a little more disciplined, a little more aware, and much closer to your goals. Both futures are possible. The only difference is the decision you make today. So when this video ends, don't just feel inspired. Do something. Take one small step. Because the world is not changed by people who only think. The world is changed by people who take action. And perhaps the most important chapter of your life has not even begun yet. Perhaps it begins today, right now, in this very moment, because you are not broken. You are not incomplete. You are simply in the process of becoming. And just as an entire tree is hidden within a seed, the person you are capable of becoming is already hidden within you. Now the question is no longer, can you change? The only question is, will you take the first step today? Apo, Depo, Bhava, be a light unto yourself, and then begin walking. Because the path reveals itself only to those who walk it. If this video has brought even a little peace to your mind, if these words have inspired you to take even a small step forward in your life, then please share this message with those who might need it today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Echo of Buddhists, so together we can bring the ancient teachings of Buddha into the challenges of modern life. May your body remain healthy. I will meet you again with a new story, a new lesson, and a new journey. Until then, Namo Buddhaya.